Every single day, we work with customers and our partners around the globe to drive real and impactful outcomes to help advance the way people live and work, to help them advance their mission. In the case of my first guest, to help them accelerate experiences, pushing the boundaries to what they do best: entertain, inform, inspire people around the globe through the power of storytelling. One of the many projects we are working with the Walt Disney Company is on the creation of new experiences for guests at the Walt Disney Parks and Resorts. Just about 3 weeks ago, the Walt Disney Company did something really amazing. They brought the Star Wars story to life at Disneyland with the opening of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, a place where you can live out your own Star Wars story, fly the Millennium Falcon, and discover who you are in that galaxy far, far away.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, opening May 31st at Disneyland Resort and August 29th at Walt Disney World Resort.
And here to talk more about what's happening at Disney Parks and Resorts, I'm excited to have Chief Technology and Digital Officer for the Disney Park, Tilak Mandadi. Wow. We're going to bring the table here. Well, Tilak, welcome, and I guess you arrived well equipped.
Defending myself.
Defending yourself?
Yes.
All right, well, great. Tilak, I'm actually a huge fan of Star Wars, and when you see that, you just realize how amazing these experiences are. How does it feel to bring that Star Wars to reality after a long journey?
It's a long journey. So about 3 weeks ago, as you said, we opened the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge land at Disneyland. We had an opening event.
Yep.
And it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It was, the sun was setting, it's Southern California, blue sky. The Millennium Falcon was sitting right in the middle of the land, full-size Millennium Falcon. And there was a small stage next to it. Thousands of people were watching. So Billy D. Williams, George Lucas, Mark Hamill, they all come on the stage. People just go nuts. Like, never seen that kind of energy before. And then Harrison Ford comes on, and he dedicates the Millennium Falcon to Peter, who passed away. And then Bob Iger comes on and announces the opening of the land. So I've been working on it, obviously, as part of a large team for quite some time. But I found myself, just a small tear comes out of the ear.
You became misty.
Misty. So I was a bit embarrassed. Like, this shouldn't happen. And I look around, fully grown adults, people crying, not misty-eyed, just sobbing. That is the connection, that emotional connection that Star Wars has with people. That's what it means. For many of us, like myself, it's been a 40-year dream to enter physically into Star Wars reality. And George Lucas said something really interesting in his opening remarks. He said, hey, a lot of these ideas that went into this land, the creative stories, we thought about them for many, many decades, but we couldn't do them. Right? He couldn't do them because the technology was not there. Now the technology is there. And so as a technologist, for me, it's incredibly satisfying to see that great storytelling and the advanced technology coming together and kind of push each other. So the new advances in technology helped us tell better stories. And then we got really aggressive on storytelling, so we had to go invent new technologies. So it came together incredibly. The head of creative for this land, he said something really interesting to me. It will come back on. He said something interesting to me. He said, it takes a village to create a planet.
Yeah.
And we created a planet, and there was a great team at Disney that deserves all the credit. So it's been a once-in-a-lifetime experience for us.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. And, you know, obviously when you go to the parks, people expect the best, you know, and this is an amazing experience. So think about the Galaxy Edge, how that fits into the customer expectations of the future.
Yeah, but before I go there, the reason this turned off is, as you said, we are big believers in sustainment.
Good.
So we didn't want to run the battery down.
All right, good, perfect.
So, as I said, some of us, we've been dreaming about this for 40 years. So meeting those expectations and exceeding them was pretty important. I'll just tell you a quick story. We had a media event. So all these thousands of media folks, newspapers, television, everybody was there. And we were giving a demo to a journalist from a really top-notch media outlet. And he brought with him his editor's son. He's a preteen, you know. So we were trying to show the kid the Play app, where you can use your own phone to interact with the land. We were about 2 minutes into this highly prepared demo. We got this, you know, to pad down,
It's
written
all
down.
scripted.
All scripted, when I should smile, everything was all done. So the kid just takes the phone away from us, just runs around playing all the games in the land, providing glowing running commentary to his journalist friend. And at the end we said, just take what the kid said. We don't need to do anything. So that's the kind of response we've been getting. It also illustrates something. It is, the land is highly immersive, but it's also highly intuitive.
Right.
So you are a super fan.
Yep.
So you probably know a lot about the Star Wars mythology. So you would enjoy it because you would find a lot of Easter eggs everywhere in the land. But there are some people here that may be just casual Star Wars fans. They will love it. You can build your own saber.
Wow.
We built that, handmade. You can build your own droid. You can go to the cantina and drink either blue milk or green milk. Just a hint, green milk is disgusting.
So go for the blue milk.
Well, some people like green milk. It's not for me to judge. I'm just saying it's disgusting. And then the rides. The rides. How many times did you not think, I want to sit in Millennium Falcon and fly it?
And be the pilot.
And be the pilot. Here is a fun thing. You could be a pilot, you could be an engineer, you could be a weapons leader, and whatever role you're playing, you are completely immersed in that experience. You know, later this year, we are going to open the new, a second ride called Rise of the Resistance. With Rise of the Resistance, you literally end up being in the middle of the climactic battle between the First Order, for those of you who don't know, those are bad guys, and the Resistance, the good guys and the good-looking ones. Just think about that. You'll be in the middle of it. People will be shooting. It's going to be awesome.
There you go. Well, I guess it's something every one of us have to go experience. But can you talk a little bit, we talk about technology, right? So, and can you talk a little bit more about the role of connectivity and how it's helping deliver these new experiences, not just for the people who visit, but also for the cast members at the Walt Disney World. So how that connectivity is playing a big role.
So I think there are a bunch of CIOs here, so I'll geek out a bit. So stop me when I go.
Don't go deep into the packets.
Into the packets. So it's the Galaxy's Edge is a 14-acre, the largest land we ever built.
Wow.
And it's also the most technologically advanced and connected land we have ever built. Right from the beginning, as we were designing the land, technology was built into it. It was not an afterthought. And we also made sure the way we built it is technologically future-proof to the extent possible, right? It's a lot of software, a lot of infrastructure already laid in to make sure any future emerging technologies will be able to take advantage of it, make the land better. But the connected part, as you point out, is probably the most important one. The connected part is everywhere. It is guests with their phones interacting with the land. It's the cast members that are our employees. Actually, I'm going to be beaten down that I said cast members. On software, on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, there are no cast members.
There are no cast members?
There are no cast members at all. There are just native villagers of the planet Batuu.
Okay.
So
wow.
The native villagers of planet Batuu walk around with data pads, helping the guests, the visitors, the resistance, the first order, breaking things, all kinds of things. And just the infrastructure itself, the rides, the attractions, everything is talking to everything.
So everything is connected.
Everything is connected. That's the most important part of the technology infrastructure. The connectivity starts, as I said, for guests, it starts with, starting June 24th, you walk in.
Today.
Yeah, you walk in and you use your phone to get a boarding pass to get into the land. So lines are not a big issue, that sort of thing. But the real fun, of course, begins with once you're on planet Batuu. The land itself is alive with interactivity through the Play Disney Parks app and a bunch of very sophisticated network technologies that you are quite aware of.
Yes.
You can use, the guest can use a data pad. You can hack the droids that are all over the place to reveal the secrets of the first order, bad guys I mentioned. And then you can decide to participate in special missions for the resistance. And as you fulfill those missions, you get more and more credits. Then, well, you can also decide to be a scoundrel. It's up to you. Depends on where you want to be. You could be part of the first order or the resistance and engage the land on your data pad. The beauty is everything you are doing goes with you as you experience the land. And that reflects in how the natives of Batuu interact with you in real time. So that's how connected the whole experience is going to be. Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, you described the experience of the technology and how it plays a huge role there. But obviously, there's an enormous amount of data that's being generated as well. Yeah. And I'm sure you're mining that data to create new experiences as you go along the way.
Only with complete and explicit permission from our guests.
Okay, good.
I think that's very important. Data is important. We'll talk about it if you guys are interested, the progression of how experiences are happening in the industry, especially with Disney taking the lead. But data is incredibly important.
Right.
And the amount of data, just forget about the guest data. All the infrastructure, the vehicles, the tracks, everything else in the attraction, the amount of data they create, and the ability for us to monitor that data and decide, hey, something is wrong, we need to go, without taking the attraction down. These things are incredibly important for us from a data and AI.
But you use all our technologies, Aruba Central, Aruba ClearPass,
yep.
all these things.
And you're Walt Disney World, you are the Wi-Fi provider for us, all the connectivity providers. So we are very grateful for your partnership.
Yeah. So, lastly, what is next for the Disney parks and the experiences and the products you guys are looking for? You give a hint that at the end of the year, there will be a second chapter of this. But as you think about the future, what are your experiences?
I think, so let me introduce you guys to the business I work for. It's called Disney Parks Experiences and Products. We shortened it for this presentation because Antonio said, Tilak, your title is too long. So
it will have taken me 5 minutes to say that.
The segment Disney Parks Experiences and Products is a collection of a large number of businesses. So obviously, we're the largest theme park company in the world. We have most award-winning cruise line. We have 4 ships, 3 more joining the fleet in the next 2-3 years. We are one of the largest hoteliers. We have close to 37,000 hotel rooms in Orlando. We have hundreds of restaurants. We have hundreds of, and probably about 1,000 retail stores and a huge e-commerce retail business, and so on and so forth. It's just a collection of a large number of businesses and capabilities all coming together to provide these magical experiences. My boss, Bob Chapek, the chairman, he kind of defined our mission as bringing the magic of Disney into the daily lives of families and fans around the world to create magical memories that last a lifetime. I know it's a mouthful. I'll point out 3 things. He talks about daily lives, worldwide, and continuous engagement, right? Those are the things that are important. That's what is defining our future. We are investing billions of dollars across the world, and a lot of it is going into technology, everything from physical digital integration to AI ML to real-time rendering to all kinds of things that we're hugely focused on, connectivity being an incredibly important one. I think I'll summarize our future as this. We started with telling interesting stories. We went to how do we make those stories interactive. Then we started creating immersive lands. You are actually a character in a land. And we are progressing to individualized experiences, data. Right. So that's where we are.
Well, this has been a relationship and a partnership for decades. In fact, HPE, one of the first products we sold was to Walt Disney, which was the Fantasia movie. And here we are, 80 years later, and we deliver more technology to continue to advance the storytelling and the entertainment industry to create these lasting memories. So we look forward to continue to work with you